Hello everyone, I'm Wex Majors, and welcome to the Let's Play for Spider-Man 2, the video game. We're going to start things off right into the opening cinematic, followed by my favorite tutorial in all of video games.
This is my story. It's the usual thing. Boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy meets another girl. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't think my life is all flowers and romance, though. I wish. More and more my life is spent out here, fighting some of the worst the city has to offer. Sometimes it's just a mugger, sometimes it's a bigger problem. This is the city I protect, New York City. It's my home, my playground, my responsibility. And this is Mary Jane, the girl next door, the girl I love. But love is a tricky thing when you live part of your life behind a mask. Fate handed me amazing powers, and I made a promise to use those powers to help people. With great power comes great responsibility. No matter how much I might wish things were different, there's only one Spider-Man.
Welcome to the game proper, but I figured that rather than have me talk about how to press A to jump and all the other various parts of the UI, we'd bring in a special guest tutor.
Well, sequel time already, huh? Welcome back, I guess. I'm sure you miss me more than I missed you. Anyway, things have changed around here since last time, so they dragged me back at great expense to explain what's up. First things first. You're not much of a wall crawler if you can't, stick to walls, so here's what you do. You walk or run into a wall and hold the grab button. Voila! You stick to the wall. It works when you're swinging or jumping, too.
I just really wanted to show off the walk animation, because you're not going to be seeing it often.
Moving right along, let's talk jumping. Hold down the jump button and you'll charge your jump. This yellow bar shows how strong your jump will be when you let go of the button. You got it? Sure? You don't actually jump until you've let go of the jump button. Okay? Now go jump in a lake.
Wait for it.
If you tap the jump button, you'll just do a little hop. A little hop. That's because you didn't charge your jump. Am I going too fast for you? Let's get this show on the road. See that little doohickey? That's your destination marker, and it tells you how to get where you need to go. Clever, huh? When it's in the middle of the screen, you know you're heading towards your goal. Easy, right? All right, stop there for a second and look at your map. See it there? That red thing in the center is you, and the blue dot is your destination marker. The line that connects each dot to the map represents how high off the ground that particular thing is. Oh, that makes sense, right? Yeah, sure it does.
One of the interesting parts as I run into this wall for way too long is how the game manages to treat the openness that is having the entire island of Manhattan to explore. The opening cinematic is all epic and vast, and then it just zooms into you monologuing on a rooftop. It really stays closed until right about now-ish.
Everything's broken into chapters, and every chapter opens with one of these nifty little slow-mo things. Those words zipping by under the chapter title are the items on your to-do list. So get busy. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is jump off the building. I mean it, just jump. Hey, I wouldn't tell you to do something dangerous and life-threatening, would I? Come on.
Man, Ash, forget you. I'm not jumping off that building. Look at that arrow. It looks all fake and cheesy. I'm staying up here. Ah, what the hell.
You always do what people tell you. You know, there's a word for that. Loser. So what now, wise guy? Just a little friendly advice, before you die, that is. You're gonna want to shoot a web line to save yourself. Push the control stick in the direction you want to go, then press the swing button. Oh, by the way, it'll only work if there's something swingable in range. Okie dokie.
Never did really actually test to see if you can hit the ground from off that building, and I was slightly tempted to.
Great, you made it. Now let me tell you a little about swinging. Every time you press the swing button, you'll shoot a new web line. Now there's all kinds of fancy stuff you can do, but let's take baby steps. Now that you're out and about, why don't you swing around for a while? You know, do your thing. I'll check up on you later. You're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't worry, this only pops up during the tutorial. You will never see that at any point during the actual game proper. This entire island is open as soon as this chapter is over. Or at least until Bruce realizes. There we go.
For the next lesson, let's talk about... Hey, what's going on down there?
Stop, thief!
Well, that's convenient. The arcade just got held up and the robbers are driving away. What are you gonna do about it? Looks like playtime is over. Put all the stuff you've learned together and get in. Looks like the robbers are escaping on foot. Go teach them about justice. You know, by beating the snot out of them. I mean, this isn't a civics class. What do you expect?
This is me ignoring how I got that car to stop for the overall effect of I got the car to stop. Combat is ridiculously simple in this game. It is a GameCube controller after all. A is jump, B is purpose, Y is everything involving webbing. If you hold Y and up, you release that little web bomb thing. And everything else is pretty much controlled by using the Y button and the control stick.
Want to see something cool? Sprint after that last robber by holding the sprint button while you run, then hold attack when you get up to the thug. That move is called a sprint uppercut. Nice going. Now get back to the arcade owner. You know, you should check out some of the games he's got too.
Thanks, Spider-Man. Listen, if you ever want to play some games, come on by. It's on the house.
Bring up your zoom map for a second, would you? Great. This map is real useful. You can see destination markers and all kinds of other useful locations on it. Check it out when you get lost. But you'll never get lost, I know you.
Bruce is full of shit. You'll get lost in this thing more times than you might actually do in the actual island of Manhattan.
A destination marker for the first Spidey store just appeared. Go buy the speed upgrade, then we'll move on. And if you won't, then I'm done.
Brief pit stop.
You know, there's over 200 hint markers scattered around the city. And if you actually manage to hit them all, I'll be impressed, because that means you need a lot of help.
He's not kidding. The hint markers are hidden in amazing locations. Sometimes they're just in 4 on a city block, and you can literally hit B 4 times during the middle of a combat. Other times they'll be hidden on a random alcove on the top of a skyscraper. But enough talk, we have a very pretty cinematic to watch.
The city's been quiet lately. Maybe my luck's finally changing.
Isn't it beautiful, Rosie? This will be my gift to the world. Unlimited energy. The power of a sun harnessed for the good of all mankind.
Don't forget the good of Otto. Eat something. The world will still be here in half an hour.
Yes, that sandwich was impeccably rendered. And yes, you can pretty much do everything Spidey just did.
Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Cutting menus for the sake of brevity.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. It's gonna kill me.
And this is pretty much the entire game. You swing around grabbing to destinations, and when you reach your destination, you press B 7,000 times until somebody's dead. It's important to note that at the beginning of this game, you have very limited options in terms of what you're doing to swing. You have 7 bazillion things to pull off at the end of the game, but you have to unlock all of those. You do those by going on optional side missions, which you'll get to in a little bit.
I can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
Right on cue. I was almost there, too. Sorry, Dr. Connors.
Yes, Spidey does have a tendency to talk quite a lot in this game. He is Spider-Man, after all.
Don't let them get the case.
Give us the case and you won't get hurt. I got her. Let's clear out of here. Spider, we're gonna need more men.
Not only do I love the accent that they gave that guy, but I love the fact that they had the main villain just outright punch a woman in the back of the head.
My weapon!
Showing off a few more of the combat options here, you can use your webbing to disarm anyone's weapon. As well as swing ragdolls all over the place. But if you press X while your spider sense light is going off, as you see there, you dodge an attack.
Time to show you how things are done.
Pressing B immediately after you dodge an attack produces a counter attack. You only have one at the start, but it's pretty much your best option when you're fighting these 8 people like you are in here.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
I couldn't help myself. I had to see if this was possible. A successful 21-hit combo.
Hi, my name's Spider-Man, and I'll be your rescuer today.
Thank you so much for saving me. The briefcase, you got it back. Thank goodness.
Why did they want this so badly?
I'm sorry. I can't really talk about it.
All right. Well, at least try to be more careful from now on.
Don't worry.
Maybe I can still make it before class ends. Better change while no one is around. Dr. Connors!
Peter!
I'm sorry for missing class. I was on my way, but...
Peter, I don't want to hear excuses. You have a keen scientific mind, but your grades are slipping. You miss class half the time, and when you do show up, you're asleep in your seat.
Yes, Dr. Connors. I understand.
Have you started your paper on Dr. Octavius yet? He's a good friend of mine, so you'd better know what you're talking about.
Well, I've been thinking about it.
Thinking isn't your problem. But that paper isn't going to write itself, Peter. And if you don't get your act together, you're in serious danger of failing this class.
I know, Dr. Connors. I'll pull things together. I promise.
I hope so. I'll see you in class.
Next up, beating up thugs, sightseeing, and cake.